here we are traveling in Sequoia National Forest. On one end, the Visalia end, is where the General Sherman tree is. The Fresno end is where the General Grant tree is. Yesterday, Friday, April 29th, we went to see General Sherman. Today we're going to go see General Grant. And so we're closer to Grant than we are to Sherman right now. And just driving through here. The snow that was here yesterday seems to be here still today. Has not melted overnight. It's still up here. The only thing that's changed is there are a few more bugs on the windshield than there was yesterday. So that's to add to the ambiance of this video.
Tell them about the bear.
The bear? Well, I got video of the bear.
Yeah, but they don't know the story behind the bear.
Oh, the story behind the bear?
Yeah.
Well, we're driving out of the park yesterday, and there's this guy. He is stopped, you know, just like this stretch here, just a little stretch where it's straight like this. He's on the other side of the street, and he's just stopped right in the middle. And we figure, well, there's some reason, you know, people don't just stop in the middle to blow their nose like I would. They got to be some reason. And the car in front of us, the guy I see here, the car in front of us stops, and I see that guy that was stopped, and he's pointing to something, and then that car just keeps going. So I told Lana, I said, I bet there's a deer over there or some kind of wildlife over there for him to be pointing. So we get parallel to the car. Lana rolls down the window and says, what's going on? The guy's pointing, he says, beer, beer, beer. And I thought, well, he can't, he's a foreigner, he don't know what he's talking about. That's probably why the other guy drove off, but I figure he's got to be seeing something. He's not just asking for a beer. And so we were stopped there, and I looked out here, and I looked out just out the side here. No more than a foot from the car was that bear, that black bear that you just saw footage of. And it was just eating grass over there. And so I started taking snapshots, and then after I took a few snapshots, I started taking video. Well then, you know, we're stopped in the middle of the road. The other people have stopped in the middle of the road. So the people behind us are stopped. They can't go anywhere. So Lana starts to get out of the car and tell them, you know, there's a bear over there. Well, once these two, was it two girls?
Yes.
These two girls, what are the approximate ages of these girls?
I would say these girls were probably between 19 and 21 years old.
What?
Yes.
19? Oh, you made it sound like they were 8-year-old.
No.
So they're hot chicks is what they are. Okay, so these hot chicks.
Oh, you're in the doghouse.
These hot chicks are out there, and I'm like, a bear, a bear. And then so they, like idiots, like little 8-year-old idiots would do, is they start running over to the bear. Oh, I want to see the bear, I want to see the bear. And they start just running. Huh? That's just something.
It's a resort.
Yeah, we're not staying there. No need to worry about it. And so they start running toward the bear. Well, they scare the bear off. I figured that to be that stupid, they had to be 8-year-olds.
Nope.
But no, they must have been blondes, huh? Dumb blondes.
No.
No?
Unfortunately.
Well, I guess there are some dumb brunettes out there too then.
Hey now.
Two dumb brunettes. 19, 21 years old should know better that when you see a bear, you don't start running up to him. Say, hey, I want to see the bear, I want to see the bear, hey bear, hey bear. But evidently, they've never watched any of these nature shows where they camp out to try to see animals. But those are always very quiet. You know, just like Elmer Fudd. Be very quiet. I'm hunting bear. And not like them. They make a whole bunch of noise, scare the bear away. And actually, the bear just went up into a tree. Well, that's real pretty up there.
It is. Snow White.
No, my name's Eric Newman.
No, the snow was Snow White.
Oh, the snow was Snow White?
Yeah.
I thought she was on some Disney movie.
Well,
I'm all confused now.
She's got a part-time job.
Part-time job?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Big Meadows.
Well, that's a horse corral. We don't need to go over there. Unless you want to steal a horse.
Ooh, let's steal a horse.
Well, this car does need some more horsepower. Maybe we get 5 more horses. But so that was the story of the bear. And then we took off after that. And so now today, after a great night of concerts, we're out here in the Sequoias. We did a little bit of a hike, maybe, I don't know, half a mile round trip, if that. Over here, I'm supposed to take pictures over here of this. So we did that. And we went over to Hospital Rock, which is right across the street. Hospital Rock has Indian hieroglyphics on it, is what it is. We don't know why they call it Hospital Rock. I was telling Lana what they should call it is Indian hieroglyphics rock, because then people will stop. I've been by that rock at least 4 or 5 times. I never stop. Hospital Rock, I'm not here to see a rock. I'm here to see trees. And what's this big deal about some rock? They just put some fancy name on it, want me to go over there and look at it. So I'll stop and buy some overpriced snack at their snack bar or something. I don't know why they have that over there. So I just kept going. I figured I'm not gonna fall for that scam. Hospital Rock, give me a break. But no, that's not what it is. It's Indian hieroglyphics on there. So, you know, if they put that on there, Indian hieroglyphics rock, more people would stop. Now, what am I supposed to take a picture of? View. I'm supposed to take a picture of this view. So we've had a great trip so far, except for my allergies. I'm sitting on 2 Benadryls right now.
Sitting on them? Are they suppositories?
No. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I'm not sitting on Benadryl. I digested 2 Benadryls today, and my nose is still going crazy. It's real pretty up here. It gives you a whole different perspective. The other times I've been up here, I've never been up here during the snow, and as you can see, there are just tons of snow all around us. It's a lot higher by the highway because they've graded the highway, you know, brought the snow back so you could drive through.
It's just as high as it looks. I fell in it up to my hips.
Yeah, that's right. I fell into my knee one time. Lana did that first, and then I did it. I copied her, and then she got into it with both legs all the way up to her hips.
Yep.
And me and a couple other guys pulled her out.
Yep.
But I didn't try that. I didn't copy her on that. But there's still hope. I could do that today. You don't know. So anyway, we're going over to General Grant, and yesterday the General Sherman tree, that was nice. You couldn't do much hiking because there's snow all around. We walked all on the snow a little bit over there, a more scenic area, but didn't do the whole trail. So now we're going over here to General Grant, and there they've got the trail at General Grant. They say, according to the guide, is that they get rid of the snow during winter. They plow it up. They plow it. So all these trails and everything, it seems like. You want to pull over here and get a shot of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
So we can go to the General Grant and actually, you know, a third of a mile hike around those trees. That's what we're going to do next. So here's this view here. See that? Nice view there. See all that snow over there? Lots of snow. Now we came into Visalia side. That's Sequoia National Park. And just a few miles back, we got out of Sequoia National Park. And we are now in Sequoia National Forest. We went from being in a park to in a forest. I don't know how they make that distinction. To me, there were a lot bigger trees there in Sequoia National Park than there are here. Till you get to General Grant, of course. But then again, in Sequoia National Park, they had giant forest, lost forest. They had these forests in the park. So then, but the thing is, now that we're in the forest, they don't have any parks in the forest. They don't have Grant Park. They call it Grant Forest. They got Grant Forest in the forest, but Sherman Forest in the park. There. So there you go. Hume Lake. I think that's a popular lake.
Turn, go straight.
No, straight. Forget that. We are headed toward General Grant. There's supposed to be some good overlook around here somewhere. So if you see, we can pull off there, I guess. But Redwood Mountain, there's supposed to be some Redwood Mountain Grove over there. And that's what that sign was all about. Yesterday it was a lot more fog. You'd be driving and you couldn't see in certain spots other than the road because it's just covered in fog. Not the road, but where, you know, in the valley. But today it's sunny. We don't have the fog. So visibility is a lot better today than yesterday. Yeah, pull out over there. Maybe that's the overlook. There are some people over there, and they're on top, so I can't overlook them because they're at the top point. See, now they're overlooking. They're at the overlook, overlooking the people at the bottom. Here we are, overlook. I'll get out of the car and I'll overlook it. Don't overlook.
Don't overlook it.
Don't overlook the overlook?
Don't overlook it.
Oh. I wanted to overlook the overlook. Here it is. What does it say this is? The world's largest sequoia grove. Okay, so this is the Redwood Mountain Grove right here.
Oh, because he was also in his little red tidy whities.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, when he went in and bugged the...
This is the largest sequoia grove. This is the Redwood Mountain Grove.
Shut us time! Shut us time!
Not yet, not yet. No.
What do you think of this Redwood Mountain Grove?
It's pretty.
It's pretty? That's all you can say about it? Right, you're supposed to be the color commentator. You're supposed to come up with interesting adjectives and adverbs for it, like, you know, a plethora of green, superfluous sequoias.
My vocabulary only consists of 4- and 5-letter words.
Uh-uh.
You overspoke me.
Uh-uh. Well, then I'm overpaying you to be the color commentator.
Hey, now. I need all the money I can get.
Yeah, well, you better come up with some better words then. I'm talking about 2, 3, even 4-syllable words here.
Hey, now. I'm good for adjectives. But they're all 4- and 5-letter words.
Like good,
Yes.
super. That's a big one there. That's a 2-syllable word there. You know, we're stretching it there. Okay, here we are at the Grant Grove, and we're going to go through the fallen monarch. This was a tree. It still is a tree. Well, we're going to walk through it, ladies and gentlemen. Walking through the fallen monarch right now. And the Grant Grove, close to the General Grant tree. You can see above here the roof. You can see the side over here. All this moss is growing up. And then here's some of the bark. It's sort of different levels there. You can see in there the space between the different levels of bark. Mold down there. Now we're going through the other, and they got this to support it. Support beam. Not too many trees have a support beam in the middle, but that one does. And now we're on the other side. Made it through 4 hours later.
And look, a dog.
A dog? Is that to symbolize how dog tired I am after walking 4 hours through that fallen monarch?
Yeah. Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, dun-dun-dun. Anyway, this is the Grant Grove Trail. We've been walking around. They have a tree designated for each state, all 50 states. We only saw the Tennessee one, the California, and the Oregon. The other ones are out there somewhere.
Looking for Alabama.
Well, you're gonna have to keep looking. I think it's probably you got to go through a lot of snow to get to that. This one here is huge. I think this is pretty close to the General Grant size. It's pretty big. Yeah, that one's pretty big. And we got two over here. That's very nice too. That's point number 14. If we took one of those trail maps, we would know what that is, but I don't need no stinking map. I just go. Yeah, there it is. That's point number 14 if I ever saw it. You can see over here where there's some fire damage to it. A little scar there. Here's a better view of it. You don't have branches in the way. It's about 41 degrees out here right now at about 3:30 p.m.
And the view of the parking lot with more big fuzzy trees. And I say fuzzy because when you actually touch them, they are very soft. They're very fuzzy and soft.
That's a very good point. They're not like the redwood trees that are not fuzzy and soft. These are sequoias. They're different. The width of the trunks are a lot bigger than redwoods, which is why they're the largest living things on Earth because of the mass involved with them in their trunks. They're like a bunch of oversized trunks, is what they are.